Hi, friends. I have an insight that I want to share with you today, found in the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 18. You see, Jesus did a lot of teachings, and I found a lot of those teachings to be very profound as it pertains to the issues of life. One of such teaching is the one I want to share with you because I was reflecting on it today, and I got insight into how that can apply to our lives. Now, this verse says, be careful what you hear. Whosoever has, more shall be given to him. And whosoever does not have, the little that he has shall be taken away from him. Another translation of that verse says, take heed what you hear. Take heed what you hear. How can we apply that to our lives? You see, one of the areas that I reflected on where we can apply that verse is how the online space is. I'll explain it to you. You see, a lot of people come online and they, for different reasons, they teach about a lot of subjects. And if you're not careful what you hear, like I said, the verse says, be careful what you hear, or take heed what you listen to. Now, if you listen to some of these different teachings online, some of the gurus, some of the people who claim to be experts, they'll teach a lot of things, some of which are just for clicks and for likes, and they just do it not because they are truthful, not because they're genuinely interested in teaching people genuine things, but because they want clicks, but because they want to make money online. So there are so many, the online space is a cesspool of misinformation, information that are not true. And you see a lot of people attacking things that are righteous, things that are godly. A lot of people constantly attacking the government, constantly speaking up against things that are righteous or things that are honorable. Now, how does the statement whosoever asks more should be given to him? How does that apply? This is how it applies. For instance, if you are well grounded in your knowledge of any subjects, if you listen to people that will impact you or improve you the more should be added to you. It or the other way around, if you listen to people who are going to mislead you and feed you with misinformation, even the little that you have, the little knowledge that you have, shall be taken away from you. You get more confused. You get indoctrinated into stuff that you were not even going to do on your own. And that's why a lot of people today have slave mind. They don't care to dig deep into the information they are getting online. They just swallow everything. And I have seen it in so many places where someone is saying something that is untrue, and you see a lot of viewers, a lot of subscribers, a lot of people supporting them. We applaud them even without doing their own due diligence to find out if the information that is being passed across to them is actually factual. I've seen that couple of them. And I'm not someone who constantly go around and make comments on people's posts or podcasts or anything. But there was one time I responded to this person who was misleading people and feeding them with wrong information, and I was going to correct it. This person got mad that it felt like, you see, for some of them, they don't have the humility to check that, oh, maybe what this person is saying is actually true. They just see that whenever you challenge them, they see that as an attack, and they get mad and they want to come after you. They either block you or they'll leave a very negative comment or they'll give you a very horrible response. So that Bible verse that I just spoke about speaks to how you can even apply the information you get online, where if you're not careful, the little that you have can be taken away from you. The little that you have can be taken away from you, because when you are fed with wrong information and you constantly listen to those people, You see, some people started as being neutral. Then from being neutral, they get to the point where they're atheists, and they get to the point where they are even more confused. And where they started from was from the point of just sitting on the fence. They're Christians and they're sitting on the fence, but they constantly listen to these people that will feed them information that are untrue. And before you know it, they get to the point where they have completely lost a sense of who they are. And I was just reflecting on that Bible passage today that this is actually true. In so many areas of your life, if you apply some of these teachings, it's going to make a lot of sense to you. I don't know if you're actually looking at it from the perspective that I'm looking at the information, right? Take heed what you hear. You've got to be able to filter out negative information that will not advance your life in any way. Then keep yourself away from it. Because if you don't, like the Bible verse says, take heed, be careful what you hear. If you're not careful on what you hear, your life might be filled with information that will actually drift you away from the right path that you are on. And this is what is happening today. It feels like I look at people around the world today, and it feels like people, and that's why they call them influencers. Like people just listen to people they see online, some of these big people online, and they form their opinion based on whatever that person is saying because they love the person, they love that content creator, and they don't fact check. They don't do their due diligence to go research and say, oh, is what this person actually saying to me? Is it applicable? Is it the right information? Is it factual? Is it truthful? No, people don't care about that. As long as they like the content creator, they just take on the face value whatever is being said to them. And I feel that this is really holding back a lot of people. It's holding back a lot of people from doing all the right things they're supposed to be doing, or from being on the path that they're supposed to be as it pertains to their lives. I don't want to keep this long, but I guess you get what I'm talking about in this video, that this Bible passage speaks volume to how you can approach information that you receive in the online media space. Because if you don't, that thing that you have, that valuable thing that you have inside of you, can be taken away from you. And if you happen to listen to the right channels and the right people, then more will be added to you. Till I catch you next time, stay blessed.